Yeah, so you tell me, Urooj, how was your experience with TLC as such? And I've heard a lot of stuff about reality shows, and
Right.
some of them aren't too great, right?
Yes.
So how was your experience in TLC as Queen of Comedy?
It was great actually. Like the only reality part of that was when we were on stage.
Okay.
Because otherwise they weren't like in our rooms or anything, so it wasn't like reality TV that way. Kamra was our mentor.
Oh my god, this
So-
was supposed to be a top secret.
Everybody knows your name is in the credits.
Dude, who saw the credits?
Where? Who saw the show? Who saw the show? That's the question.
Dude, if you stop, what is this? Some like
Don't watch the show.
Stephen King film that people wait till the end credits, stand up and then applaud. There's a tear coming down.
It's a Marvel movie. There's like extra nuggets after that.
Who eats in the credits?
This is really good to hear because we've heard like horrible stuff about reality shows and all, and like people are calling their parents at home and crying and ye kya ho raha hai mere saath, and like
Oh,
as if
yeah.
they're like slavery, and you know these people. We had a comic from Calcutta who was in a reality show created in the Laughter
Laughter
Challenge,
Challenge.
and
That's a clusterfuck, huh? That show is fucking
It's also on
pathetic.
TV, so there's.
Yeah, but she,
I mean, actually, this was also on TV.
She was calling back and saying stuff like, "I need an inhaler," and you know, it's just out of the box. And we were like, "Huh, you're on TV, so be happy." But she like, "No, I'm gonna leave." And like, I think 2-3 comics quit as well. They
Yeah.
quit the show like midway
Yeah.
because
Wow.
they were like pretty. I think
Yeah.
Gaurav Kapoor also quit the show.
Yeah.
Way,
Yeah, Gaurav Gupta also, both the Gauravs.
Oh, both the Gauravs quit the show. So they made right decisions, I think, because they were.
It's because they're all divas. I'll tell you that. Be professional, guys. No, I think TLC was very nice about it. They just gave us a week to go to open mics, figure out our sets. We had Kamra. We had other people also who would like come and do workshops, and that's like Kanan and Abish and everybody. And then we just, all they wanted from us was 5 minutes at the end on the episode. That's it.
So, but the one thing good about this is they acknowledge the fact that open mics are where the material develops.
Yeah.
They didn't actually, we've kind of
That's
outwisted
true.
them also.
We were like, you have to give us time to
Yeah.
go to open mics.
Yeah, because doing 5 minutes of new content every week without practice is something which is death of comedy. Like I
Yeah.
think it's completely out of place in stand-up.
You have to keep doing open mics no matter what. Like a lot of comics stop doing open mics when they like have a following and stuff, which is weird to me. Because then where are you testing your material with your
They're
audience?
not. I don't think they are.
Your audience will love whatever you say. Because after some time they're coming for your persona. They're not coming for
I
your
also
jokes.
do that.
What? No, I've seen your open
I don't
mics.
go to open mics. I just try a new set, and if it bombs, then I just say Siachen, Siachen. Everybody laughs. And yay, bye.
With the Siachen, I remember one time I was hosting the show you had come to Calcutta for, and like there were 250 people, okay, and you did your full set, and you did about 30-35 minutes of jokes continuously, and then after a point it was like they're waiting, okay, the crowd's waiting for Siachen, and the last line had the loudest round of applause like I've heard that night, okay. I mean, so after a point they want to hear that only, like they've come to hear you say Siachen mein hamare jawan lad rahe hain."
Yeah, uncle there's some uncles who meet me after the show and they tell me like, आपने कुछ बोला ही नहीं मोदी जी के बारे में. I'm like, क्या हो गया uncle? मेरे को नहीं बोलना है मोदी जी के बारे में.
You should do observational comedy for 1 hour. Talk about socks and stuff.
Really
What the fuck
fuck
is
with people's
this?
brains. Have you guys ever seen how Muslims wear socks? Sorry?
This is not what we came for.
No, but like I'm really happy to hear that at least one reality show.
Yeah.
TLC was a step, right? Because whatever it did, like I mean, I had heard like a lot of stuff which was like frustrating for a normal comic, like
Yeah.
a stand-up comic. But a lot of the things that I'm hearing from you right now are really positive. As in, since it's on TV, at the end of it, it's getting its due recognition.
Right. True.
Which is a big push. So how has that helped you right now propel your stand-up career?
I'm opening for Kunal Kamra, guys. Thank you very much. My mentor, who I could have asked anyway.
Listen, you opened for me before the show.
Didn't have to.
You opened for comics who are bigger than me before TLC happened.
I think it's really helped me in the sense that I have more Instagram followers now. To be quite honest, and that is it, because I gave all my material on the show, so it would have helped if I had material.
A lot of the material that you put up in the show was written beforehand and just made perfect, or
No,
doable
you wrote
before.
fresh every week. Yeah.
I wrote fresh every week, but it was just I had like 2 jokes on one premise and I expanded it.
Yeah.
So I knew my opening would be good, but
Listen,
then
you
we had to
had
figure the rest
2
out.
weak jokes and then you made it like really good. It's not like you'd written all the money.
No.
Because
Yeah.
we get like out here, we really hope that we come up with like 5 minutes every week and all, but
Yeah.
audience doesn't.
Dude, 5 minutes every week is a lot.
It's a
It's
lot.
very
It's
frustrating.
something. I mean, I think 5 minutes a month is a great ratio.
Oh my god,
Yeah.
this is really some next level. 5 minutes a month is also great. I mean, depends on what your filter is for 5
Yeah.
minutes. I know comedians who just think 5 minutes, matlab
I've
5
seen
minutes
like
bharna
people do a
chahiye.
special in a year and the second special in like 2 months. So it's
Yeah.
mind-boggling for us to see, because in Calcutta right now, all of us have at the most done 30, which is a stretch 30. And an hour on stage is something which I really think we're really far off.
Yeah.
So it's pretty
See,
mind-boggling
all
for
of
us to
this
see.
is just like, see, let's see. Like a journalist also asked me, how much. Journalist has this one question to ask: how much does a stand-up comedian make in this country? And the answer is lesser than what you think,
Yeah.
but still much more than what he deserves. Like we have 4-5 years in the scene.
Yeah.
Our comedians should only be on Amazon if they are shopping. Like, like the number of years we've kind of been in the scene. But we are privileged. We get a
Yeah.
lot of privilege because, I mean, our population is an
Yeah,
advantage.
it's a very niche art as such. Which
Yeah, but our population is lapping it up and it's an advantage, right? Because in India, the smallest minority is also like, 5 crores. Like, the
So that's-
smallest.
that's
Very
helping
chapa
us.
crore,
Clearly,
yeah.
population is the main reason for stand-up
Dude.
to succeed in Calcutta.
My very dear friend Abhishek Upmanyu's
Yeah.
video has more views than Louis C.K., Bill Burr, and George Carlin. So just imagine how
No,
our population is very helpful.
So, I have been doing stand-up for 2 years now, okay, in Calcutta, and I have never seen tickets sell the way they've been selling for Abhishek Upmanya. He's coming the next week. He's coming on the 19th November.
Yeah.
By the time we upload this podcast, he's probably going to be done with his show and a sold-out show. But the auditorium has a capacity of like 750 people, and 450 tickets or 500 already sold. So like
Yeah.
10 days to go and like so many
It's
tickets
awesome.
also.
It's awesome, dude.
Even Zakir didn't have this crowd. I mean, Zakir
Yeah.
at a point was selling a lot of tickets, okay, but at a
Yeah.
very nominal rate. As such, Upmanyu is selling tickets at a very expensive rate, and the craze is insane. There are 10,000 interested people on the Facebook event page.
Upmanyu deserves all of it. Like, I've seen him work and he totally deserves all of it. And he deserves all of it because he's the guy who cares the least about all of this shit. Like, I remember when we used to go to Kala Goda to do like some Kala Goda festival shows and all this, some random people. Upmanyu was like, karte hai yaar, jokes sunate hai. Like, he has no intention of. He's now learning how to manage the economics of comedy. So are all of us, to be fair. We all are trying to figure out how
And
to
Urooj, are
manage
you
it.
trying to figure out the economics of comedy?
Yeah, I was just thinking I'd call Upmanya, ask him if he needs an opening act. Come back next week. Be in another podcast. Be like, yeah, I'm back.
No, because I think one more thing that's happening in Bombay that really changes the aspect of development in comedy is the professionalism there, okay? Like, a spot in an open mic also is not that easy to get. Like for us traveling comics, maybe we are given a little bit of preference, but otherwise, if you're a beginner in the scene right now, I don't think you really have
True.
it's not easy to
Yeah.
get a spot at all.
Yeah, I agree. If I started comedy right now, it's just the fatigue factor of like getting a +1 to every show.
Yeah.
You have to get a +1.
So do you think it's a
And
good
you have
idea?
to-
Like the +1 idea. Do you think it's a good idea?
I mean, one dude got some Bajrang Dal guy as his +1 in a comedy
road.
show. This guy was eating vada pav somewhere, and this guy's like, "आपको comedy show देखना है?" And this guy said, "क्या है comedy show?" He said, "चलो मैं दिखाता हूँ." And then he just got him in. Like, that's not a comedy audience. That's a Bajrang Dal dude eating a vada pav.
So
It's not something. It's not like he'll see comedy and he'll be, oh my god, this art form, I'll take my wife next time. No, I don't think it's
Leave
that.
Bajrang then.
Yeah,
So you're not in
Form.
favor of the +1 that
see, I think any sort of force applied is not going to help to get
Yeah.
audience. Audience only comes organically. You can't do anything to get them in.
I was in Bombay for like a week.
It's like,
recently.
let me ask you, how many times have you bought the product because you like the ad?
Very good.
We are not that dumb anymore as a civilization. We won't fall for shit like this.
Yeah, because I like open mics in Bombay, like the first time I went up on stage in Bombay was at the Hive, and there were 20 comics and about 5-7 people. And
5-7 audience members?
yeah, 5-7, 5 to 7 maybe, and all of them were sitting, and there was this inherent respect they had for anybody going up on stage.
Where was
And
this?
This was in the
Hive.
Hive. Oh yeah, this Hive is alt and alt, yeah. So you understand, like it's just a bunch of like really peaceful, like Bob Marley fans.
Yeah.
Shagwara t-shirts. Like that's not the representation of Bombay audience.
You just
Okay,
got a
so
painting outside.
that's just artists, Hive artists. Supporting
art.
artists. Yeah. This Hive is a very delusional place to try content. I always thought.
I was that's the only open mic I've done at Hive, and after that it shut down.
Yeah.
And I think
Cuckoo Club is, yeah.
So
Yeah.
how was Cuckoo Club as a
Cuckoo Club is what Hive would have been if Hive had funding. Same people.
Oh man.
But yeah, Bombay has a lot of venues. Yeah.
No, because so I've heard this happen. Like you all have taken, like many producers in Bombay, they have started taking dance studios and
gyms
as comedy rooms, and I think that's a great idea. Okay, but in Calcutta, people don't even go to the gyms.
But you,
so I don't really think they're gonna come for a comedy show at a gym. So
see, I'll tell you what the comedy shows that happen at these dance studios now.
yeah.
Aerobic studios or whatever.
Yeah.
I think, but if you have a live audience just to watch the aerobics or the gym, like generally, it'll get more laughs. I want to put a Zumba class. I just want to have an audience to a Zumba class.
The favorite room I had in Bombay was the favorite room like that I had in Bombay was the Square. It is
Oh, yeah.
it was great. I think
That's good.
I had a great time performing there because they had a proper setup and all. And then after the gig, I was told that it's just a dance studio which we've taken over.
You open the curtains and then you see it as
the mirror.
mirrors.
Yeah, completely.
Shamak Dawar. I'm doing that. Mohabbat kar le. Just after the gig.
The Square is a nice room. Habitat is a good room. Cuckoo Club is also really nice.
Yeah, I've never been to Cuckoo Club. I've been to the Habitat.
All of the Bombay venues are like kind of the 4-5 at least are nailing it.
Thank you for not asking me the question what it's like to be a woman in comedy. Thank you very much. First time nobody's asked that. Love it.
Oh yeah, I'm getting a call from this club Budhwar. I'm just we are just shooting a podcast. Matlab we have done shooting it, I think. So I'm just going to go do sound check now. I'll reach there by 5:30, 5:45. Yeah, he's called 4 times. Yeah, I'll call him right now. Bye.
No guys, busy comics. We can't really we don't have the luxury to shoot more. Thank you so much for watching. We put that on
Listen,
the podcast.
this was not an SOS call, This was an actual call. This was not like me trying to bail on a date because I have to go and watch Arnab.
Which has also happened, guys.
My mother's in. 10 o'clock I find out Arnab's doing a debate on Diwali. I'm like, listen, my mom's not feeling well. I'm fucking off. I'm watching Arnab.
Thank you so much, guys, for watching. Keep
Hey,
watching.
follow the local scene in Calcutta, guys. That was the point of doing this podcast. Come out and watch Raj and others.
Go to open mics.
Go to open mics.
Yeah, we have 2 of them.
If you don't like the open mic, don't pay for your food. Just fuck off.
I know, guys, please pay for your food. Otherwise, we won't be allowed next time. Thank you so much, guys.
I never